The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Los Angeles District manages projects across the Southwest. In Arizona, the Alamo Lake Dam, operated by the district, serves a myriad of purposes.
The dam was built in 1968. The purpose of the dam was flood control, water conservation, and recreation. When the dam was first operated, it would operate based on the elevation of the reservoir at a steady flow rate. And as a result of that steady flow rate, it actually destroyed some of the riparian habitat downstream. In the 1990s, this was recognized, and a Bill Williams Corridor Technical Committee was formed with partners from U.S. Fish and Wildlife, Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Reclamation, Arizona Game and Fish, Arizona Parks. And with that partnership, the idea was to study the listing of the endangered species that were here in the reservoir and determine the best elevation to operate the lake at. And as a result of the work that was done by the Corridor Technical Committee, the lake elevation, the best operating plan was to operate in the water conservation pool of 1125. The operation then was reformed to say that in trying to mimic a flood hydrograph downstream, to mimic nature.
In other words, the Corps and its partners had found a way the water flowing from the lake could benefit the river system downstream along the Bill Williams River.
In 1990, the federal and state agencies formed a partnership. We all felt we had some conflicts over water flows out of Alamo Reservoir. And what we really found out is we didn't really have any conflicts once we looked at the issues. We were all looking at recreational opportunities, sustaining the fishery, doing good things for the riparian habitat and endangered species. And thanks to the Corps of Engineers, they could listen to us biologists and put that in some kind of a water flow regime that made sense. And over a 5-year period, we came to an agreement on actually maintenance flows from Alamo Reservoir.
It's a very delicate balance with releases for downstream for the fish and wildlife in the riparian area, because we prefer to have a lake level to keep our boat ramp sustainable, and above us is also the southwestern willow flycatcher, which is an endangered species. So if we have the lake held at certain levels, it benefits all of us. It's when we start losing water and they try to get demands downstream for their natural wilderness area, that affects us because it takes our boat ramps out of operation. And without boat ramps, that really slices into our visitation and recreation.
And we have year-round flows to sustain water rights downstream and to sustain the environment downstream.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service said the regulated flow down the Bill Williams River was a great benefit to the National Wildlife Refuge.
What you see here is a true reflection of the partnerships that we're establishing with the Bill Williams River Corridor Steering Committee. This is the type of habitat that you would see the entire 200 and some miles of the Colorado River would have this riparian gallery that you see behind us. And what's unique about the Bill Williams River is we're able to manipulate water flows out of Alamo to generate this and propagate a native stand of vegetation with very little funds needed.
Riparian habitat in the Southwest is just disappearing rapidly. It's very sought after for residential areas, resort areas. River channels were typically, historically, great for farming activities. So this is pretty unique to be able to restore a portion of this river. The diversity on this refuge is higher than any place you're going to find in western Arizona.
And by doing all these studies, we hope that we can improve the system and get it back to the best possible that we can in terms of habitat, and also providing, maximizing the benefits of the project in terms of flood control, water conservation, and recreation.
Well, I think it should really be pointed out the Corps of Engineers has done an outstanding job of working with us, and we're very happy with the partnership, and we appreciate everything they do.
Although this dam was completed in 1968, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Los Angeles District continues building strong by maintaining strong partnerships and finding innovative ways to balance the needs of people with the needs of nature. At Alamo Dam, I'm Daniel J. Calderon.